Well, happy Friday, everybody. End of the month here. Buddy dropped off a truck. We were looking for the keys, so we kind of just cleaned everything up with the vacuum that was in here. Got all the trash out. We think it's a transmission issue, but also need the keys to do anything with it. But it's a good truck, clean truck, engine's clean. Got to empty some stuff out, but something that we're maybe looking at using for a farm truck because the buddy doesn't need it anymore. Has some sentimental value, so we won't sell it, but get it in good running order, do some projects around the farm. Yeah, so good nice truck, good little truck. I think it's a Ford 250 Super Duty. I think it's 5462, something like that, but has a lot of good miles on it. Good work truck. We intend to do that and put some more use to it. Cheers. Hope you guys are having a great day. Daniel and I are down here at our fiber processing facility, about to tap into some projects, but thought I'd update you guys with that. All right, I at least remembered to turn the camera on the side this time. We are working through super sacks of, it's kind of like 50-50, different ratios of herd and fiber that say that we inherited. We're finally clearing some space. Pulled out 4 today. We'll work through in the next couple days. But it's Friday, so we will not really process over the weekend too much. But the more that we can clean this up, the more we can stack up inventory, clear out space, and get our way through some of these hemp products or hemp raw materials that we have a lot of. Some already ready for compost. We got a big burn pile going. See if I can get in camera. Well, this is pretty cool. It's our hemp cutter. She works great. You can see we got a couple different things that have been sitting outside, which are not great. They've been getting hit with the weather, but we'll deal with that. That's kind of our last little pile that we'll then consolidate over this way. Let me see if I can zoom in so we don't have to walk over that way. That's our burn pile. We're gonna turn a lot into potash, mix it with some soil, try to grow some of our CBD production on the other side of that hill and even into this field. So we'll get all the rocks picked, cleared out, irrigation run. That's the plan as of now, at least. And then, yeah, lots of hemp bales ready for processing. We'll continue to clean up and work through stuff. Cheers. Yeah, might as well to highlight the beautiful day that we have here in the Shenandoah Valley. Give us some outside project days, which is always nice. Spring is in the air, but not quite there. We're gonna get cold over the weekend. Kind of typical for Virginia weather. I don't know if you guys can hear that beeping, but that's Daniel bringing the forklift around the corner. We'll get those super sacks loaded up, get them inside, get ready for next week as we enjoy this beautiful weather. Praise God. All right, well, this is what our facility, our pure industrial hemp processing of stalk and raw bales in the Shenandoah Valley, which what it looks like today on Friday. Some of our herd inventory for building and bedding. We got some to a farmer yesterday, which is pretty exciting for a poultry operation, kind of a hybrid. It's not an industrial size. He's doing some egg production. We might put some in our retail front, which is pretty cool. Daniel's got the cats all set up since it's been cold here. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Got some storage. Hoping to get some of these material moved into the market, into a barn build in particular for a insulation purpose. Keep the barn a little bit warm on cold days and not be too costly. Come through this door. Here's a bagger system that we're not currently using. Forklift, what we use all the time. And today we'll actually be using this hand-built contraption. It's like a little makeshift shaker table, is what we call it for now. We're gonna be sifting through some of these super sacks we just pulled in. You can see some good looking material, but still some fibers, but a lot of herd. So we're gonna sort through that by hand, which is kind of crazy, but there's still some good purpose for it. Going after reptile bedding, small animal bedding, trade at a premium. We'll end up sifting this stuff with that. shaker table and taking it over to that air classifier, getting all the dust and some of the more small fibers off. At some point, we'll get back into decorticating here. We got some bales. This is like an example of a really awesome bale from one of our local farmers, using that hemp cutter out there, cut it into pieces. We stick it with this bale spear, take our forklift and kind of lay it and unwind into our decorticator. So yeah, that's kind of briefly the process. I won't talk too much about that yet. We'll go further into detail, but today, Daniel and I shaker table, cleaning up stuff the best that we can for high premium bedding, and we'll send it through air classification and get it bagged up. Cheers. All right, folks, I'm gonna show you what we ended up doing today. We were shaker tabling on this. When I get a tripod, I'll start doing some before afters with that, which will be fun. Here's some of the specs that we were able to achieve. This is what we call like a low quality, has a lot of fibers, some pieces I've heard, but good for bedding, especially like industrial poultry style. So we're getting some of that to farmers. This stuff's coming from the next size screen down, so a little bit more fine. Pretty stuff, great for, bagging up for small animals, that type of thing. So that's great. We were able to stack some of that up. We never know what we're kind of gonna get. Depends on the bale and the stuff that we're working through, but that's what also makes it fun. As we're sorting some of this stuff, I'll show you guys some of this stuff. Very fibrous. But we had a meeting with some folks earlier. They're wanting to, and so are we, wanting to put this as like a mulch layer on our raised beds and some aspects, maybe or definitely for our CBD production, maybe for some gardening stuff. But there's some interest in that for, mulch option. Over time, it'll biodegrade, which is cool. So it's like a little bit of a lower quality spec for us currently, but we're looking at where to trade it and, how to use everything coming off the different screens. I won't open this because I don't have a mask on, so I can talk with y'all. That is some of the really super fines. We almost call it dust, but even dust might be a little bit finer than that. But we're thinking that might be some like stuff used in the building side. So we're starting to stack that up. We get about 30, 40 pounds every time that we shaker table some stuff, and we even air classified. But like I said, once I get a tripod, do some before afters, do some cool transitions like boom, and that bay will be gone, stuff like that. But yeah, just practicing, developing the channel a little bit, doing this all from my iPhone here in the Shenandoah Valley. Industrial hemp processing. The title of the YouTube channel is Farmer Jake. We'll get into some farming later here. We're in the end of February. March is right around the corner, and we'll get into cultivation. But as of right now, this is on the industrial processing side, coming from, a crop that we grow, more like a traditional crop. So more information to come. Hope you guys enjoy this content, vlog style, a little bit crude, one take, but yeah, enjoy.